Richardson and 4.
No more runs added, and at the close of play, 59 for 3 for England. Atherton out for 4, Hick for 3, Thorpe no score, and Robin Smith is there bravely again, playing extremely well, 1 or 2 edges, but he's got plenty of courage, Robin Smith. He's unbeaten on 33, and Dominic Cork has come out ahead of Stewart and Gallian. He's on 15, 59 for 3, and those West Indian bowlers did the job for Richie Richardson. Only 3 of them. Courtney Ambrose is off the field. Doesn't seem to have made much difference. Walsh 1 for 36. Bishop 6 overs 3 maidens and 2 for 8. And Kenny Benjamin 2 overs no maiden and no wicket for 15. Well, it's been a tough day so far as England are concerned. Welcome to the highlights of the third day's play. There are problems ahead for England, but they can do it if they have that same positive outlook I was talking about a moment ago. This is what happened at the start of play. It's 59 for 3. Not out batsman Robin Smith on 33 and Dominic Cork 15. The men out so far, Michael Atherton for 4, Graham Hick for 3 and Graham Thorpe no score. Not a very pleasant looking scoreboard going into the third day's play, and the bowling figures for the West Indies. Only 3 bowlers, mind you. Courtney Ambrose is off with that strained groin muscle. Courtney Walsh 9 overs 1 maiden, 1 for 36. Ian Bishop 6 overs 3 maidens and 2 for 8. And Kenny Benjamin 2 overs no maiden, no wicket for 15. And the state of play, that's the way it is on the Saturday, sell-out day today at EDGBASTON. People queuing up to get in. England 147, 59 for 3. West Indies 300 all out. England still 94 runs behind. And it doesn't sound all that heartening for the overnight not out batsmen Robin Smith and Dominic Cork. We join them for the 4th ball of the morning. Ian Bishop is the bowler. Robin Smith has taken strike. 1 run has been added, and this particular ball might be a forerunner of things to come.
Oh, that's not short enough to duck.
Well, you see the wicket keeper and one of the slips appealing for LBW there, because that ball didn't get up. He got down enough. And I don't think it's that short, as David said, but it hit him on the shoulder. I think it would have gone over the stumps, but the first reaction by the wicketkeeper was to appeal. Because if you do duck, and the ball keeps low enough, and it's straight enough, you could be given out, LBW. Wouldn't be leg before wicket, but it'd be something body or something before wicket.
That's the first wicket of the day, beautifully caught. Well, any thoughts that the England camp might have had of seeing this pair seeing through that first hour have now disappeared. Dominic Cork playing away from his body, basically guiding that ball straight to third slip. It was the substitute fieldsman Stuart Williams, and he's a very good slips catcher. So he made no mistake. Dominic Cork is gone for 16.
Well, I was just making the point that he had to stay there rather than be trying to play shots to balls wide of him. Look. He's only had a couple of balls this morning, and he's trying to play a back foot forcing shot to a ball wide that he could have left. And I don't see the situation calling for this type of shot. Nice catch, but there's an old saying, if you don't give catches, they can't catch them.
And there's the answer to 1 or 2 of the questions we've been posing already. Peter Martin is coming to the crease. So neither Alex Stewart nor Jason Gallian in fit state to take their position in the middle order now as a true batsman. And so Robin Smith is already accompanied by a tail ender. 61 for 4. Things not looking good. And Edgbaston visited today by John Major in the company of MJK Smith. Oh, well bowled. Well bowled.
Well, I think Bishop should thank the umpire here, because if he has mentioned to him about pitching it up a bit more, that's what he should be doing. I think if you pitch it up just a yard or so, you still get bounce, and that's when you cause problems to the batsman like that. We've seen Smith ducking balls a touch shorter, whistling past his head, but they actually don't get people out. Those do.
Well, Robin Smith giving himself a severe lecture, and quite rightly so.
Well, I think this shot is one of his failings as why he's not a good opening batsman. He's a very talented middle order player when the ball is softer, but he cannot resist that shot. Well played. Brilliantly played that. That's why he's so good against the fast bowlers, if he would stop just trying to beat the ball all the time. Played this brilliantly. That was quick and difficult and spearing into his body. A lot of people have got in difficulty. See how he went wide, he speared it in. I can watch that all day because that's mark of a quality batsman who can play the short ball.
Oh, that's close and gone. It's kept low. Peter Martin on the back foot. Really snuck through under the bat there. Courtney Walsh has struck in successive overs.
Well, Peter Martin, he plays these quick bowlers by just playing back to almost everything and staying there and waiting for the ball. This one kept a touch low on him, but you would have thought if he stayed back, he ought to have played this. His first movement is back, the ball just comes in, you'd have thought he actually or should have got some bat on that.
Hit him right in front of off stump.
He was a bit late though, wasn't he? I mean, the ball kept low, but it really didn't do anything. He was late with the bat coming across it.
Well, Peter Martin was sent in above Jason Gallian. He's now on his way out the crease for his second Test match innings. He only made 7 in the first innings. Looked good enough during that stay before dragging one on from outside off stump. No ball. That's off the glove, is it? Yes. Jason Gallian last 2 balls. Courtney Walsh, his line is impeccable, his length too much for Jason Gallian here. He couldn't get on top of the ball. He's hardly had time to worry about the pain in his fingers, but the gloves have taken another blow. Jason Gallian is gone for naught. And Courtney Walsh has struck again, quicker than lightning.
Yes, I got the impression that this ball bounced a little bit, but I didn't think it bounced alarmingly. The line was so good, it made him play outside off stump, just got up a bit, look, that's around about chest high. I didn't think it was an alarming bounce, that. Just that he is a small guy, so the ball doesn't have to get up too high to get it into his chest. Yeah, I didn't think that was too difficult to play. That was very disappointing off the glove.
Next, please. Like the dentist waiting room out there. And Darren Gough is the next man into the firing line. Well, 2 yards short of Kenny Benjamin around the corner. Really is an awkward spot. That line into the chest, into the rib cage, is really the ideal line for any quick bowler, especially for a batsman who's only just arrived at the crease.
just amazing how this pitch is very different when the West Indies fast bowlers are bowling and when England's bowlers bowl. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with the fact that they're quicker than ours and they're taller. They just bang it down.
Robin Smith's first runs of the morning. Keith Atherton can't catch it. And the home crowd has something to cheer. Typical Robin Smith shot outside the off stump, managed to keep it down in front of the gullies. On top of it well.
See here, he's put himself here as Richie Richardson. That's what Bishop walked all the way down the torch. He's moving away from fourth slip because he thinks it's liable to go steered off the face into that area. Yep, and he bowled for it because it is Robin Smith's favourite area, square of the wicket and sort of gully area. And he doesn't always keep the ball down. But wide of the crease, banged it in and said, there you are, if you want to go for it. I think you're better off ducking and weaving, which he is doing most of the time, and just occasionally, if the odd ball's really right in the slot to hit it, then take it. But when the ball's unpredictable and it's bounced and you're trying to steer it over the top, anything can happen.
That's hit him as well. Well, he's managed to sway inside the line so many times this morning. The line of attack has been relentless. The length and the line have been almost identical all the way through from Ian Bishop this morning. Smacked him hard on the shoulder.
Yeah, I think you've just got to take a knock or two on these sort of pitches. You've got to show courage and tenacity, a lot of character, and he does that. That's why he's a good player of the fast bowling.
Nasty. Just wide. That was completely involuntary bending away by Darren Gough.
Been a couple of those this morning that looked as though they might have found the outside edge, gone through to the keeper. This one produced a sort of a half-hearted appeal. It's gone away the same as one earlier did. The ball seems to swing after it goes past the bat.
I think it hit his sleeve, Richie, as well. I think there was a noise. I think it just clipped his right arm or sleeve as it went past, and then it went. He plays, he misses it here, and it just catches the sleeve there, the right arm. Good umpiring that. I think that's hurt Robin Smith. I think that's a terrible ball. I think it's hit him on the elbow. I think it's hit him round about the elbow. I think that's hurt him. I don't know how you play that well. I mean, this is pacey, but it cramps him for room. It's suddenly up and into his body. Yeah, I think it's hit him a nasty blow there. Yep, round about the elbow. It might just have missed the worst part of the elbow, but I've seen people get hit on the elbow before, myself included, and you're struggling to bat. I think it just caught him at the side rather than full on.
Good Yorker. Off-fielded. Fielding has been mostly high class. It's one of the reasons West Indies have done so well in this game. Right from the start, their catching's been good and their ground fielding sharp.
There's been a lot of talk about this pitch, but I think that groundsman Stephen Rouse and his assistants have done very well here. They've just prepared a kind of pitch that I think that fast bowlers enjoy. If you're a test batsman, you have to be able to enjoy this kind of bowling.
That's one of the problems we highlighted a bit earlier. A ball pitching on that spot normally will be flying at the batsman's shoulder. That one went through it round about top of the pad height for Gough. The portents are that England will go one down the series here. In the air and over the top.
Well, this one didn't bounce as much from Bishop. Good pace, short of a good length, and I think Gough he played the right shot, but something on the top edge and got 6. I think Ian Bishop now should be concentrating to bowl just a couple of inches closer to the batsman, because I think Gough is going to try to get anything that is short. He's going to try to pull it, and even though the man has been set down there, I think Bishop should be more advised, perhaps, to bowl so that the batsman could edge to the big slip cordon that he has.
Very difficult law and playing condition to administer, the one relating to short pitch bowling, because we've seen quite a number of occasions in this innings where the West Indian bowlers have been the subject of the raised finger indicating one ball that's against the playing conditions. It's above shoulder height, and then a second one, and just then Gough hooked Bishop for 6, and the bowler was told that that was the first one of the over. Some sort of an anomaly there somewhere, I think.
Well, that was a frightening ball, and it's a no ball. Must be a question about that sort of ball around the wicket to a tail ender under the law of fair and unfair play.
Well, it's interesting that Gough is now turned a tail ender. When he was beating Australia 1 year ago, he was an all-rounder. I'm not quite sure I understand that.
Well, take a look at that. Well caught. Well caught in the gully. It was pitched well up this one after the short pitch softener. The ball well up, and the batsman went straight for the drive, and it just flew off the face to gully and was well caught. And Gough goes. Brave little innings, scored 12. And Courtney Walsh takes 5 wickets in a test innings for the 11th time in his career. That's how it looks now. 88 for 7, the England score. Great disappointment for England this morning. There was talk of a fight back. Richard Illingworth is coming out to bat. The story we had of Alex Stewart was that his finger was in worse repair than Jason Gallian's. Gallian's been in and out. Alex Stewart has yet to appear. And Courtney Walsh, look at those figures, 5 for 45, 14 overs and 1 ball. And they go up for that. Everyone claims it. Courtney Walsh runs through, not out. It didn't look as if he played at it.
Again, I think this is an excellent decision by the umpire. That he played at it, but I think it hit the arm guard, which is higher than the glove. Therefore, could not have been given out. A little bit of gamesmanship, I think, by Courtney Walsh, because I think when the appeal was denied, he looked back at the umpire and smiled.
Bowls him, plays on, tries to take the bat away. But just the culmination of overs of hesitation and really uncertainty about his method. Robin Smith goes, 41.
Ian Bishop's 100th Test wicket, and what a performance. He's just under 19 per wicket and now taking 100 Test wickets. You could not ask for a better effort from Ian Bishop. Robin Smith, I think, played very well and not getting out the way he would prefer, of course, on the edge to the stump. A good effort by Robin Smith, but then I think a really tremendous effort by Ian Bishop, coming back from double broken back, if you will, and still being able to produce this kind of fast bowling. 100 Test wickets in a career that has spanned a fairly long time because of injury, but it's tremendous that he's come back and done so well.
And Alex Stewart is not padded up. We hear that from the dressing room, so we presume that this is the last pair of England batsmen out there. The innings has lasted this morning just under an hour and a quarter. The bowling has been ferocious. Walsh and Bishop, Bishop and Walsh. Alex Stewart, who had injections in his finger, really had a great problem with his hands over the last few months. Richard Illingworth stands absolutely still there. That's not a bad method, in fact. You can bob around too much, but if you do stay still, you have a clearer view. The England physio rushes on, not for the first time in this innings. We said that Richard Illingworth had played that quite well. He may have been struck straight on the hand. That's caught, brilliantly caught by Hooper, tosses the ball up. Great jubilation for Ian Bishop. Alex Stewart will not bat. Richard Illingworth makes his sad way out. Illingworth caught Hooper, bowled Bishop naught. The 9th and final wicket of the England innings falls. So West Indies go 2-1 up in the series with 3 Test matches to play.
Well, it's no good looking at that and wondering what might have been. The West Indians were simply too good for England there. The double-figure scores, Robin Smith 41, once again played very well in adverse circumstances. Dominic Cork 16 and Darren Gough 12, but the rest couldn't reach double figures. Extras is the only one to add a little bit to that, and 89 all out. That was a thoroughly dispiriting performance. I wouldn't have liked to have been batting on that pitch, mind you, but I'd have also liked to have seen a bit more nous from the England batsmen when they were facing those three bowlers. And bear in mind, it was only three. In fact, Kenny Benjamin not even needed, as we can see from the bowling figures. Overnight, he was 2 overs for 15, and that's the way he stayed. Courtney Walsh, 15 overs, 2 maidens, 5 for 45, a super effort from someone who came in carrying an injury. And Ian Bishop picking up his 100th Test match wicket there, 13 overs, 3 maidens, and 4 for 29. And the story of the match: England 147 all out and 89 all out. West Indies 300. West Indies won by an innings and 64 runs and lead the series by 2-1. Well, it has been a very dispiriting game for spectators. The match effectively was over in 2 1/3 days, and the one up at Headingley, the first of the series, was over in 3 days because of the weather. When you take all the lost minutes and hours into account, it only lasted 3 days. The one at Lord's was quite magnificent and went to the last session.